This is session number 1, Introduction to Communication. Baatcheet, communication, how do we talk in different ways? How do we express ourselves? So before going to the actual session, the communication skills, these are very much required. Either you speak, when you speak through your mouth, or write through your typewriter, means keyboard, or by your pen. So two people or multiple people can be involved in communication. First thing is that you have to see in the other's eye, you have to maintain the eye contact. Then you need to have a very good vocabulary, that is a single word you shouldn't use multiple number of times. For example, you have love, affection, care, all these are expressing same thing. Then the audience. See, if moderate audience is there, means moderately educated, or the other audience is, say, some scientific audience, then the way to communicate will change. And not only for speaking, if you want to be an effective writer, you are actually sending your message through your words. Now these words are very important. You need to follow certain styles. You need to have certain techniques, because you are communicating through words your message or the ideas to the readers. So if you want to be a good communicator, effective communication depends on reading. If you have good reading skills, writing skills, speaking skills, and listening skills. Listening is very important. You don't listen to answer. You listen to understand. Means be patient. Other person is, when he or she is speaking, listen to it, and then the communication should go forward. See, you can have one language, because one language you always learn in your house, that is the native language. It's always good to learn that language properly. That is, that language should be your strength, because the ideas and the information, basically you are giving, trying to share your ideas, information, you know Hindi, it's very good. But if you have multiple languages, you need to have command on all these languages. And now when you have English also, or some other language in your hand, then you can share your ideas, information, and talk to more people, communicate to more people. Very important for occupation and business. Communication is very important. Now coming to session 1, Introduction to Communication. So what communication means? What this word means exactly? See, this word communication has originated from a Latin word. Okay. First thing is, if you are standing, nobody will know you. But when you start speaking, people will know you. What you understand, what you feel, what you have, what kind of person you are. So the communication becomes very important. So this word which I am talking about has come from a Latin word that is called communicare. It's coming from communicare, and that means sharing, to share. That is, you can share anything. You can share ideas, you can share certain information, you can share your feelings. So this sharing of information between two people, but it can be multiple people. If there is some meeting or some people are gathered and you are talking, then you need to talk in a way so everybody can understand, so you reach a common ground, common understanding. So the importance of communication, why we require it? As I said, first thing is, communication is all about your ability, your skill to clearly share your thoughts. It has to be very clear. Your feelings. How do you clearly share your feeling? And about your ideas. You may have some new ideas, certain good ideas of business, of some occupation based or personal life based. Basically, you are sharing, communicating, then only other person will know. So communication, why it is required? First thing is you need to inform something. INFORM. You want to inform. That is, for example, some examination table has come, timetable has come. You want to communicate to your friend that, okay, now we have math, we have 3 days, we will prepare like this, we'll prepare like that, that has to be our timetable. Then influence. Influence means you want to affect someone. You want to say, you are a shopkeeper. And when you are a shopkeeper, when you go, you see shopkeeper will influence you. Sir, please take this. Sir, please take that. This is very cheap. This is very good quality. And same thing you will do. You will try for negotiation. You will try for a cheaper price. If not, it is not fixed. So this is how you influence. The other thing comes is your feeling. Okay. But before that, let me show you a picture, because the communication process is all about sending and receiving. So you may ask, where are you going? Simple question. The other person may say, I am going home. So you are basically asking an information, asking a question, and you are getting an information. That is, the other person is sending you. So you are a sender, she is a receiver. When she is sending, and you are a receiver. So this is a communication process. As I was saying about feeling, you are excited, you are not feeling well. Then you express your feeling with your parents, with your friends. So you need to tell in a way that the other person can understand. So there are certain elements of communication. Communication is a two-way exchange, it's just not a one-way. Because you give, and the way you give, you receive. So communication is a two-way exchange of information, ideas, thought. So it's all about giving and taking, giving and receiving. For example, even if you post on Facebook or YouTube video, then also people would comment. That is also a two-way communication. You reply, right? So these communication in which speaking and writing, these are the way how you provide information, how you gain information, right? So reading and listening are certain examples of communication. Before that, let me tell you about perspectives in communication. What are the perspectives of communication? What are the factors, attribute? What do you learn? What do you do to have a good communication? Now let me show you this picture first. These are the elements of communication. What do? The first thing first is you have to start a communication. So you are a starter. You start a communication. Then whatever you want to send, you want to start thinking in the mind, and you want to type or you want to speak. So you are encoding the message right now. Before delivering, then you deliver, then you send it. It can go through air when you are talking in front. It can go through some digital media like WhatsApp, like Facebook, or like messaging services. So there is a channel. There is a communication channel. It can be through phone. You can communicate. You can do it using face-to-face, like talk and writing. Now the other person will receive the message. Now the other person is receiving the message. Now whatever she has got or he has got from you, she is going to or he is going to reply to you depending upon what you have said. So the same reverse order, same thing will happen. Okay. So there are certain perspectives of communication. Perspectives are what? What ideas you have, thoughts you have, views you have. And you can have certain fixed way of thinking. And that fixed way of thinking or biasing, you are pre-biased, and that sometimes affects your communication. For example, just think, you're a teacher, your teacher and your father. You think your teacher is very strict, your father is very strict. So what will happen? You will not be able to talk to them properly, freely. When you have a bias, when you have a pre-thought about them, how are you going to, because your father may be, he would like to befriend you. A teacher wants to talk to you in a good way. But you have a bias. You already have a picture in your mind or the past history in your mind. So as I saying, perspective should not be there in communication. Always communicate in a free manner, in a clean manner, in a clear manner. That way you are talking for the first time in the way. So factors which are affecting the perspectives in communication, that is, how these perspectives become a barrier in communication. That is, you always you have a thing in your mind, then you don't talk properly the way you should talk in a free world. So don't let this barrier come in between you. So what I'm trying to suggest here is there are certain barriers, roadblocks that makes you not communicate properly, because communication is all about expressing. When you have a bias, when you have already thought about somebody like this, because if you have a roadblock, you cannot cross that road. So you have to remove this roadblock so that you can safely take the voyage of communication. So let me tell you about the factors you should be very careful about and not, have this barrier in your life. First thing is language. You are in Hindi, know Hindi, you want to talk to people in Hindi. There are Mandarin people who want to talk to people in Chinese. The Hindi people and Chinese people won't be able to talk. Second thing comes as visual perception. This is also a barrier. That is, what you see is not always what the reality is. That is, the brain has the ability to see through the eyes. But the basic thing is, what you see you shouldn't believe. Visual perception, until unless you are very sure about this. In a picture, sometimes it is not what you see. So you have to be very careful about this. Don't make your visual perception biased. Past experience. Sometimes what happens? You go to a shopkeeper. You say, no, he cheated me. I will not go there again. Or say you have scored low marks. You won't be able to talk to your teacher. You will not be able to answer questions or question. You can ask question. That is, don't let your past experience spoil your present. Prejudice. That is what I was saying. Prejudice, pre-biasing. That is, you say, oh, no one likes me in the class. So when you don't talk in the class, you won't be able to communicate. You won't be able to talk to anyone. Feelings. Sometimes you have feelings and emotions that I don't feel well. I don't want to talk. So this is a lack of interest. And you don't want to trust people. And you don't want to trust your communication. But your feelings can be expressed in a good way if you have a good communication. You have to remove this barrier as well. Environment. Now, if there is a noise or a disturbance, there is a lot of sound. Say you are going to a disco or orchestra, and then you want to talk to a friend, you won't be able to, because the noise level will be higher than your voice level. This may be a barrier. Personal factors. Personal factor is what you feel, what your habits are, the way of thinking. That is, you already thought you have a fear. You already think that you have a low confidence. And this is not good. Everyone has a fear. Everyone has confidence problem. But this shouldn't be a barrier. That will stop your communication skills. Okay? These are the factors which affect. One more thing comes is culture. What happens sometimes? You communicate, but that communication is not good in some other culture, like thumbs up. People know that you have done a good job, but in some cultures, this showing the thumb is demeaning, is not acceptable. So what we deduce from all this discussion is, if you want to be an effective communicator, for effective communication, there are certain basic principles. So we call it as 7 C's. These are 7 C's. First is clear. Means whatever you say, you need to be clear about this. Means you should have an idea what you are trying to speak. Concise means don't create stories. Just use those words which are important, because words play an important role. Concrete. Use exact words and phrases. Because the word, if you use a misword, if you use something which is not in that communication shouldn't come, that will create all the bad thing. Correct. Whenever you are typing, you are speaking, writing, like if you're writing, how are you? What does it mean? Why are you shortening? You are communicating the way you should talk. So on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on any other digital media, Twitter, write properly. HOWAREYOU. Then coming to coherent. Coherency means you're talking on a subject. And that subject, say the subject is history, talk about history. Don't talk about science here. It has to be coherent. Complete means whatever you want to speak, say it completely. Don't just say, don't just go there. Where, which place, which direction, you have to say that. Courteous means talk courteously. Be respectful, because if you give respect, you will get respect. Be friendly and honest. Don't make stories, don't lie. So there are different methods of communication. Non-verbal, that is you don't speak here. Verbal, when you speak on phone or directly. Then you have visual, you don't do anything. Like a kid, like a small kid, he or she, the mother knows everything what the kid wants. That is called a visual kind of communication. Okay, so this is a visual communication. Okay, now what we have learned, let us see the question answer so that we learn also and we understand also. First is, what is the purpose of communication? As we have seen, the communication is all about sharing information, influencing others, sharing your thoughts, ideas and feelings. So you need to inform, jankari. Influencing means, as I gave the example of shopkeeper, sharing thoughts, ideas, feelings. Whatever you have in your mind, you need to speak out. That is, all of the above is the answer. Which of the following methods are used to receive information from the sender through a letter? So the question is, see, you are sending a letter and other is receiving a letter. So if you are sending a letter, you are writing a letter. If a receiver has to get the information, he has to read. So basically reading and writing is the answer. But since we have to choose one, because you start the conversation, let us say the other person has to read. So writing is the correct answer we can choose here. Okay. Which of the following methods are used to receive information from the sender through a letter? Reading. But the receiver would read. How do you receive information on phone? When you listen on phone, you can only talk when you are calling. Otherwise, you can video call also. So the other party will receive the information. The first party will speak. The other party will listen. So when you are receiving information on phone, basically you are listening. You are listening. The other person is speaking. Okay, let's match the following now. So in this match the following, sometimes it's better always to choose one of them and where you are very clear. For example, the third one. We know that environmental or cultural or emotional, any of one you can take. You can match it very well. For example, parent is not talking to the child. We see that emotions are involved. So we are very sure that 2 will match to D. Let us start with the first one. Try to read a book when someone else is watching TV in the same room. That is, the problem is noise. That is, 2 people are talking in a disco, they won't be able to, or in a marriage. So environmental means you want to read a book, but somebody is watching TV. In some cultures, wearing shoes and walking inside the kitchen is considered rude and disrespectful. So whenever culture comes, let us match it with culture. Talking in Hindi, when others know only Tamil, now that is a language barrier, that is the language problem. Okay, the other person doesn't know what you're speaking. Now emotional, I told you earlier, 2 will match to D. So now it's very correct that we actually match what the content want us to match. Okay. So this is the communication barriers. Now coming to the short answer question, write down the 7 factors affecting perspectives in the communication. We know the 7 factors, we have discussed about them. I'll just take you there one more time. Good example for the following. I'll give you one example and you have to make another example for same thing. Clear communication means you don't say, please come to Connaught Place. You have to say, please come to Connaught Place in front of, say, KFC or McDonald's, and you have to write it whole thing you have to write. Just don't write MD. That will not be a clear communication. That will not be a complete communication. So I will encourage you to make one more sentence like this in order to show that you are completing, your communication is complete and clear. Right? Now coming to the write down the 7 factors, let me take you back. We already discussed it. And these 7, these are the perspectives. I'll just hold down here. These are different perspectives and communication, and this you are going to write in a short way in the answer. Okay. So we have just taken up session number 1, and we'll be taking session number 2 shortly. Till then, thank you so much. Take care of yourself.